Hello, everybody. Welcome to How to Make Your Wife Happy and Healthy. Chef Barry here with a wonderful make-ahead recipe for a nice Christmas morning or any other day when you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, but you want a nice, hot, and tasty meal for the whole family to enjoy. Want to know what it is? Well, come on, everybody. Let's get cooking. Today's shout out goes to Jose Hernandez. Thanks, Jose, for the continued support. If you want to shout out my next video, stay tuned to the end to find out how. Today, we're making overnight French toast, a very warm and tasty dish. You make it the night before, set it in the refrigerator, and then you get 45 minutes the next day to cook it. Let it cook while you're opening presents or whatever you're doing that's busy in the morning. And then after you're done, you have a very nice and hot meal ready to go. Here are the ingredients. Half a cup of butter, 12 slices of white bread, 1 cup brown sugar, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 5 to 6 eggs, 1.5 cups of milk. 10 slices of white bread. You might need more or less depending on how much is going to fit into your casserole dish. We're going to use 2 layers of bread, so for me, that's going to be 10 slices. I'm going to cut them in half to make them fit in easier. Now the bread is prepared. Next, we're going to prepare the sugar mixture. We're going to take a cup of brown sugar. And if you see any chunks of brown sugar like this, make sure you squish them out. You don't want to have any chunks. Best you can. To that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. That is a great ratio to use for any time you're trying to make cinnamon bread or cinnamon toast. It's a very nice mixture. It's a very nice ratio of cinnamon to sugar. Very sweet and with that cinnamon flavor. So there's a big chunk of sugar. I want to make sure it gets broken up. You can tell it's been mixed well because there's only 1 color left. It doesn't look like brown sugar and cinnamon color, which is a little darker. It looks all 1 color. So now it's ready to set aside to use a little bit in the dish. Okay, we've got our 6 eggs, 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to use a whisk. If you don't have a whisk, you can always use a fork, but whisks go faster, so that's why I'm using a whisk. Takes less time to do the milk egg mixture. You want to see it come with a nice milky yellow color when you're done. Don't need to mix it too much, that should be enough. Now I've prepared all the ingredients to put into the casserole dish. Next, we're going to melt the butter to pour it in. Any pan will do to melt the butter. Put on a nice medium-low heat. You don't want to burn the butter. Heat up the pan. Take my whole stick of butter. We don't want to stick it all in at once. That's going to take longer to melt. So I'm going to unwrap it first and then slice it up into smaller slices. That'll help it slice faster. It's all about science. The more surface area you have touching the pan, the faster it's going to melt. So it's going to take the butter, slice it into smaller slices, make it melt faster. Now the butter's all melted, you're going to pour it all right into the casserole dish. Now that we've got all the ingredients ready to go, time to send them into our casserole. First, we're going to add all the butter. Butter does two things. It's going to add flavor to our casserole, and it's going to keep the bread from sticking to the bottom. Nice layer down there. So now we're going to take our bread. I'm going to use my 10 slices. I'm going to squeeze them all in. We can smash them just a little. It's a little bit of finagling to get them all in there. You could probably have gotten away with using less. I just put them all as I could. Next, I add about half of the cinnamon mixture on top. Trying to evenly spread over all the bread. If you think this is too much, you can use less sugar, less cinnamon. And you can save the rest of it when you just make cinnamon toast. Or any other recipe that calls for cinnamon and sugar. It's a very good mixture, like cinnamon rolls. Okay. There you go, nice even layer of cinnamon sugar. Next, let's put in the next 10 slices of bread. So since this is in a casserole dish, I kind of think of this as a casserole. It is like a, what do you want to call it? A French toast casserole. Kind of cooks and tastes like one too. And the last one. Okay, so once we have our second layer of bread, now it's time to add in the milk egg mixture. Pour the whole thing in, covering over all of the bread. Make sure you cover on top of all the bread. Make sure the pour hits the bread, even if it doesn't stay on top. You want to make sure it gets onto the bread. And more than likely, these ones are popping up. Let's push them back down. It's going to cover over and get everything in there. There we go. Now once you got that milk mixture on there, it's going to soak in overnight. We're going to add the cinnamon, the last cinnamon part, to the top. Again, do a nice spread of the cinnamon sugar mixture. Get over everything. It's gonna be a little harder now since the milk egg mixture is so dominant. But still move that cinnamon mixture around. Make sure every piece of bread gets cinnamon and sugar on top. All right, that is fairly even distributed. Now we have our beautiful, beautiful casserole dish. We're gonna cover it with foil, put it in the refrigerator, let it sit overnight. And then tomorrow morning, when we're ready to bake it, pop it right in the oven, 350 degrees, 30 minutes. Then uncover it, another 15, and your casserole should be ready. I got all the ingredients into our overnight French toast ready. We're gonna cover it with aluminum foil. Get a nice sheet of aluminum foil right over top. To keep all the other flavors from the refrigerator from getting into it, I'm gonna put it right in the refrigerator, let it sit overnight. Now that you got your casserole covered, you're gonna put it in the refrigerator overnight. Let all those flavors soak up together. Then tomorrow morning, set your oven to 350. Cook it for 30 minutes. Take out the foil, cook another 15, and you have a wonderful French toast casserole ready to eat. Chris is morning for us, and we're going to be making our overnight French toasts while we're opening presents and doing other fun activities, because it takes a while to cook. So, set our oven to 350 degrees. Wait for it to beep, tell us to put in the
overnight French toast.
Overnight French toast. Now that the oven's all hot and ready, time to take out the overnight French toast. You're probably wondering what the overnight French toast looks like. So let's take a look before we put it in the oven. That's what it looks like before it's tossed in the oven. All soaked up with the goodness of the egg milk mixture. You got that cinnamon sugar all over it. It'll taste really good when it's done. Before he puts it back, I need the casserole dish. That's the one that doesn't use electricity, Teddy. It's disposable.
Some things never change.
Okay, so a casserole dish, 350.
Wait, I'm not blocking the light. Okay, go.
Okay, we got our casserole dish. We got 350 degrees. And it goes. Hey, you're gonna have to do it again.
Can you make sure you show it going inside because you're blocking it?
Yeah, that's the hard part. What if I'm on the other side?
Oh, that's better. And you're partially blocking the light. Oh, no, you're not.
Okay, it's at 350 degrees. We're gonna put in our casserole dish. Careful not to touch anything. 30 minutes. And start. After 30 minutes, we will do another 15 without the foil.
Yay!
Okay, 30 minutes are up. Ooh, I can hear the bubbling going on. That's enough. We're gonna remove the top foil. Maybe I'll show you what it looks like. Remove the top foil. You can see what it looks like. Next, gonna put it back in, get all the top all nice and brown. "15 more minutes on the clock. Okay, another 50 minutes have passed. Let's take a look. Ooh, wow. It has risen up and puffed up. That's interesting.
Is it supposed to do that?
No, never done it before. But I'm sure it'll be nice and tasty. Sure, it's going to be nice and tasty. Okay, so now let's take some out. You don't necessarily have to cut it right where the bread ends. Might make it a little easier though. Hold the powder. It might still be hot. Don't want to burn my hands. Away from the, let's see, oh, there we go. Oh, hear that crisp edge? Taking out the first one is the hardest. There it is. Our first slice. We're going to pair it with bacon today.
This meal smells so good. I can only imagine what it tastes like. So it is how the bread and the egg is so soft, but then you have that hard edge crust of the bread, and then that flavor of that cinnamon really punches through after all of this has been soaked in over one night.
Around the outside is really crisp and crunchy, and it adds some texture to the French toast. But you can kind of taste the egg. It's not a weird taste, it's just subtle. I like the cinnamon.
Happy Healthy Wife, Chef Barry here, reminding you to smack down on that like button, just like my kids smack down on their overnight French toast. Please leave a comment down below whether or not you like French toast, what you put in yours. Have you ever tried the overnight French toast? If you do try it, let me know how it goes. If you want to shout out in my next video, slip the word sunshine in your comment down below for a chance at a shout out in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of all my new videos that come out on Mondays. Thanks for watching. Have a happy and healthy day.